All right, all right. What's good, everybody? This is Ryan Johnson with moneybass.com. All right, got another one, guys. Got another one. I know you guys have seen the thumbnail and you have seen the title to the video. Let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Let's have a good time. Another Tuesday, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. So you know how we do, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. As you come into the live stream, just drop a quick comment in there so I can see who we have joining us tonight for tonight's live stream. And also hit a 1 in the chat if you can hear me okay. Make sure everything looks good, sounds good. Then we'll give a little bit of time for people to kind of, just kind of trickle their way, find their way into the live stream. Then we'll get started, guys. The plot thickens. The plot thickens. As you guys see, this topic is hot. Hot. It is a hot topic. A lot of people are kind of taking interest in some fishing these days. Wonder why. Wonder why, guys. Yeah, it looks like anytime there's a hot topic going on, people kind of jump on it. But we'll kind of get into it and add our own little twist to it. And as always, give a few shout outs, get into the topic for the evening, and then I kind of open it up, drop the link in the chat. So if any of you guys want to come up, just share a few of your experiences or anything like that. And also, I have some information on the polls that I have put out, guys. So I really appreciate everybody that has taken a few minutes to get active in the polls and just let me know your opinions and your thoughts on the different things I've been putting out there. So I'll pull those up, kind of go over that information with you guys too, just to kind of share that out there with you. And anybody that has not participated in the poll, then you can just drop drop a comment, or if you want to go ahead and click on it and add your input, you can do that too on the poll itself. All right, so let's see. We have a few people dropping in already. Let's go ahead and take a look and see who we have jumping in. All right, we have, first, I want to give a shout out to the members of the money team. So I do have the membership set up, guys. So for anybody that wants to support the channel, the link is just a join link down there. You can click on that, watch a video that kind of gives you some information about the perks and, just some of the things that come along with being a member of the channel. One of which you will get a special badge next to your name in the chat, which will make your messages stand out to everybody in the chat to let everybody know that you have, kind of stepped up a little bit and shown a little support for the channel. But let's go ahead and get into it. We have Tim Williams. All right, we have Tim, first one in the chat, says, "What's up, bud? What's going on, Tim? Really appreciate you coming back and checking out the live stream." Let's see who else we have. We have Jackie. What is going on, Jackie? I mean, do you do some fishing yourself, or you just here for a little bit of controversy? What's going on? All right, and you said, "Wow, they going to jail." Well, yeah. So this one is a little bit different. So yeah, so this one we're gonna get into that, and we'll talk about a little bit of jail time, a little bit of felonies, some misdemeanors. We'll talk about a few things. All right. So Jackie says hello. What's going on, Jackie? All right. Tim is hitting me with the 1. Let me know everything looks good, sounds good. All right. Jackie seconded that motion. And we have Texas Nuke 2010 checking in. What's up, money? All right. And giving me that 1. Everything looks good, sounds good. All right. And then Tim, he says, guys. Tim is serious about it. He hit me up. I believe it was on Instagram. Still kind of getting used to all these different social media platforms, guys. So it was either on Facebook, Instagram, something like that. But yeah, so I mean, we're talking about some type of database or something like that. What do you guys think about that? A database that is going to keep track of these things, so you won't, be sitting there waiting for your blast off and look to your right over in that other boat and see somebody that you have seen in a news article. In a news article that is famous for cheating. You don't want to be, fishing in the tournament against somebody like that. All right, we have Deshaun Peck. What is going on? Appreciate you coming back, supporting the channel. I know you guys have seen Deshaun Peck. He was in the live stream last time, came up on the screen, kind of voiced his opinion about the topic that we were talking about. And also he has a good YouTube channel, so make sure you check him out. And we have Shimano Shane coming back again. He said, "What's up, cheer for us?" That's right, man. We got to kick back and relax out here in the what side is? There we go. In the Air Force. All right. Appreciate it. All right. Let's see. And let's see who we have up next. Look at what we have. Cove Ultimate Fishing says, "Do the crime, you do the time. Just fish fair and you don't have to worry about it." There we go. That is the way to do it, guys. But doesn't seem like everybody quite grasps that concept. So yeah, you just don't want to find yourself on the wrong end of one of these stories. All right, guys. So we're just giving people a few more, maybe just another minute or two to kind of come into the live stream. And as always, we are here to have a little bit of fun, share some ideas, some thoughts and everything in the comments. I see a lot of people are getting active in the comment section. Really appreciate the support of the channel. And also, if you did not already hit the like button, how are we looking on the likes, guys? Want to make sure that as you come into the live stream, make sure you hit the like button. It really does help the channel out. And then we will go ahead and get started for this evening, guys. Kind of interested to see what your guys' thoughts are, what your opinions are on this topic. And also at the once we go over the topic, then I will open it up, because of course on this channel we do talk a lot about electronics, tournaments, different things like that. So if you're interested in that type of information, I open it up at the end so you guys can kind of share your experiences, share your tournament wins, losses, and all that good stuff. So kind of make it like an open forum. All right. And let's see. Keep it classy says 1 year on the records. There we go. That's right. Putting in 1 year. Man, that's ugly. That's kind of ugly for some fish. All right. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. Gave you guys a few shout outs. Got quite a people returning in here. Really appreciate it. So let's get into it and see what you guys think about this topic for this evening. All right, so this one is going to be about Lake Guntersville, guys. Lake Guntersville. And why did I pick Lake Guntersville? Because I am going to be fishing Lake Guntersville. Yeah. So also want to give a shout out to, I believe his name is Joseph over at 50 Fishing. Make sure you guys check out his channel. I am subscribed to his channel. And this is where I was first introduced to this story, because I was doing a little research trying to find out a little bit about Lake Guntersville, because I will be there fishing a tournament this weekend. But in that process, came across 50 Fishing, and he happened to have a story about some tournament cheaters. So I was like, of course, I was interested in that. So I clicked on it, took a look at it, and I was like, man, I have to talk about this on my live stream this week, because I will be going to Lake Guntersville, and it kind of makes me think about a few things. But with the group of guys I'll be fishing with, we do not have to worry about that, because we are at the final leg of our season. One tournament left, guys. This tournament will determine first, second, third, up to the top 6 places for the Angler of the Year position. I'm currently sitting in first place, guys, leading with about 8 pounds. The pressure is on, but I will be fighting for one more of these. That is pretty much what we're out here fishing for, guys. So fishing for that Angler of the Year title. So we will be at Lake Guntersville. So that is what this story is about. So let me just go ahead and pull something up and share my screen. But before we do that, I have a little message that I need to pull up. Check this out, guys. We have Cove Ultimate Fishing has dropped in the super sticker for the live stream. Really, really appreciate that. And actually, let me go ahead and pull up my banner, guys. And what I will do is add you. So whoever contributes the most to each live stream as far as supporting the channel, I just add them onto the banner. Just give me a quick second while I'm pulling this up, guys. So we have joined my Instagram. So a lot of you guys have hit me up on my Instagram. Really appreciate that support. I'll put that down there so you guys can see that. And just want to pull this up real quick. And we have Cove Ultimate Fishing. Let me just add him in here. All right. To Cove Ultimate Fishing. All right. So we'll have you as the sponsor for the moment. There we go. There we go. All right. And let me save that. Let's see if we have that down there, guys. Cove Ultimate Fishing. All right, there we go. Thanks to Cove Ultimate Fishing. All right, really, really appreciate the support of the channel. And guys, I mean, I've had a lot of people that have been reaching out. A few guys have joined the Patreon. We have some guys that are now members of the channel. Really, really appreciate all of the support. Again, that pretty much goes to pretty much time out on the water so that I can continue bringing footage to you guys and also participate in these tournaments. So Cove Ultimate Fishing, that money you just sent will go to my entry fee for the tournament that I will be fishing this weekend. Really, really appreciate the support of the channel and what we do over here. All right, guys, let me go ahead and pull these comments back up, make sure I didn't miss anybody. All right, and we have Jackie says, congratulations. All right, really, really appreciate that. Appreciate it. All right, and Shimano Shane says, how many guys are in our club? Man, those numbers fluctuate, and it really depends on the time of the year and especially where we're at in the season. So as anybody knows, as you get further along in the season, depending on where people are at in the places, the participation may go down, as you know, once people start seeing that they may not be in that top 6 or top 10. So right now for this tournament, I believe we'll probably have the top 10 maybe that will be fishing at Lake Guntersville. And like I said, this is the tournament before our classic. So that is pretty much what we're fishing for here. But generally in the tournament as a whole, the numbers can range. It can be anywhere from 30 guys to in the 40s maybe. So we are kind of a big bass club. So we're kind of getting back into the swing of things. If you're interested in the Rod Benders Bass Club, guys, go to www.rodbendersbassclub.com. You can click on the About Us tab, and you will see some information on there and contact information so that you can get more information as far as joining the club or participating in any of the events that we have coming up. And like I mentioned in my last live stream, we have a tournament that is a very large event that will be taking place. I believe it's in April of next year at Lake West Point. So that information, once we start putting that out there, will be on the website also. All right, guys, let's see. And one more shout out real quick. We have Jason Hayes. All right, what is going on, Jason? Glad you jumped into the live stream. All right, so Lake Guntersville, fishing these tournaments, guys. Let me go ahead and pull up something on the screen real quick. Just bear with me, guys. Video. All right, here we go. All right, let me get this up here. 1 second. Just bear with me, guys. Just trying to get everything set up on the screen so we can get going. All right, here we go. All right, so Lake Guntersville. Let me drop Jason down for a quick second. All right, so here we go. Lake Guntersville. And pretty much just for the people, let me just say this also, guys. So the channel is growing. There are people that have now started tuning in that aren't necessarily tournament fishermen. They're just kind of intrigued by our sport. So we're gaining a lot of attention. It may have kind of started from a negative place as far as the incident that we all know about with the walleye fishing incident, but there is growth in that because now it has brought more attention to our sport. So more people have started reaching out to me that aren't even fishermen at all. So sometimes I'll give a little quick just a brief, just kind of let people know what we do when we're out on the water as far as tournaments goes. So basically what I fish for is bass. So I fish bass tournaments where we go for largemouth, very seldom smallmouth in the lakes that I fish, which is Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, South Carolina. And we also go for spotted bass. So what we do is we blast off in the morning at safe light, basically right before the sun comes out when we can see across that lake. You go out, do the best you can, you catch your best 5 fish. So let's say if you catch more than 5, you throw those fish back that are smaller until you get your best 5 fish. So once you get those best 5 fish, you're also trying to catch the biggest fish of the tournament. So whoever comes in with those 5 biggest fish, you take those back to the weigh-in. The best 5 will get first place. Whoever has the second highest weight will get second place, and so on. So that is generally what we are doing when we are out on the lake. And in this instance, what I will be fishing for this weekend is also for points because we're fishing for Angler of the Year points. And that will determine your standings where you are in the club that you're in, or if you're fishing BFLs or any, open tournaments. It's pretty much all the same. So you may be competing for prizes, money, cash, all that kind of stuff. So there you go. So that is the synopsis. So for you guys that are tournament fishing, you know how that blast off goes. So let's see. So let me just pull this up. All right, so you're blasting off. You've done all your prep work. You know how we do, guys. We stay up late at night, tying on, getting everything ready. Just trying to get this screen set. Here we go, guys. All right, so getting everything tied on, all of that work, all that research and everything. And here you go. You are finally at that lake, ready, excited for the day. You blast off, head into that first spot. Now take a look at this, guys. How many of you guys know this feeling when you're sitting there waiting for that blast off? And this is from a tournament that we did a little earlier in the year, but just wanted you guys to see, just relive that feeling of being out on the water whenever we're taking off. And there we go, guys. You see that boat going up and you see it coming down. See that boat over to the left? That wind is hitting my face. Feeling good, feeling good. They're like, we about to leave you, big dog. We're about to go out here and take your spot. And I'm like, no, no, no. Hold up, swole up. Let me go ahead and hit that gas pedal on them. All right, so now, guys, there we go. We blasted off. Now, you're in a tournament. Some of these tournaments, you may pay $100, $150, $200, $300, $500 sometimes to enter into these tournaments. So you've invested all this time, this money, this effort and research into getting out here, getting ready for your tournament. You're going out here doing the best that you can. And let me just ease on through here real quick. So now we're flying down this lake, guys. We're trying to get to that spot where we're going to catch those fish at. And here we go. You ease up to your first spot. See that nice, smooth and cool fog going across the lake. And you know that it is going to be your day. So you go ahead and come off plane. And you reach down in that rod locker and get that rod so that you can start catching fish, because you know this is where those fish are going to be. All right, let me go ahead and just stop this real quick. All right, so you pull up to that spot. You've done your research. You pick up that first pole. You cast. Boom, 5-pounder. Day is looking good. I mean, you know how it is whenever you start off early in the morning with a nice fish like that. I mean, your day feels like it's not going to go wrong. This is my day. I have put in the work. I have put in the research. And most of all, that time on the water. And also a little bit of money has been spent on gas, travel. Sometimes, like I said before, guys, some guys even sleep in their cars. Me, I like doing a little camping. So that's what I'll probably be doing this weekend. Some guys are spending $100, $200 a night on their hotel room. So we have some investment in this. So you go out there, you make that cash, you catch that 5-pounder. But then things slow down for you. It starts getting a little tough. 1 hour goes by, 2 hours goes by, and you're casting, you're reeling, you're casting, you're reeling. But what is happening? Nothing. You're not getting a bite or anything. Nothing's happening. So you start sweating a little bit because you think about all that time and money you've invested into this tournament, and things aren't looking good for you. So now it's 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. But at 12:30, catch another one, a 3-pounder, man. There you go. You're sitting on 8 pounds. You're like, okay, I'm back in the game. We're going to make it work. So now you start back working again. Things slow down for you. You're like, oh, my goodness, man, I have about 3 hours left. Weigh-in is at 3 o'clock. Have that 5-pounder, a 3-pounder. So you're out there looking around. Do you have side scan, sonar, down imaging? Guys, we have Mega Live. We have that live scan, that live imaging on the boat. So I pull up to a spot, find a nice brush pile, and you guys know what time it is. Boom, 3rd fish. Boom, 4th fish. Sitting on 4 fish, sitting on about 15 pounds, guys. 15 pounds. Yes, you think that'll win a tournament? What do you guys think? 15 pounds? Put a 1 in the chat if you think 15 pounds is going to get you first place. First place is going to get you about what? About $3,500, $3,000. You're sitting on 15 pounds with 4 fish, guys. You need 1 more. What do you think is going to happen on that day? You're feeling good. You have 1 hour left. You just need 1 more fish. It's been a tough day. If you've gone through that whole day and that is all you have caught, that has been a tough day. But you're feeling good because you're sitting on 15 pounds. Those are some nice fish at 15 pounds. All right, you keep going. Make a few more casts. 15 minutes left, guys. Decide to pick up that jig. Hey, I might as well go for the big one. I want to win this tournament. Cast that jig out there. Boom. You get that 5th fish. You're sitting on 19.5 pounds. 19.5 pounds, guys. What do you think? Is that going to get you that check? 19 and a half pounds. Come on, talk to me. Let me see. What do you guys have to say in the chat? Is 19 and a half pounds going to get that check? First place. What do you think? Put a 1 in the chat if that 19 and a half pounds is going to get that check. Is that going to get that $3,000 check, guys? Let me see. Who is talking? Who's in the chat? Let's see who we have in here real quick. Shimano Shane says Lake Guntersville is the field of dreams. There you go. So, yeah, you got that 19 and a half pounds. What do you think, Shimano Shane? Is that going to get you that $3,000? What do you think? All right, Shimano Shane says the only thing better than blast off is the end of the day with 5 in the box, and you think you got a shot. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. So at the end of the day, you have 19 and a half pounds. Do you think that that is going to win the tournament? You go up there, you weigh your fish in, and you're waiting to hear that outcome. And you find out there's somebody that has a bigger bag than what you have. Who has that bigger bag? Let's see. Who has that bigger bag, guys? Let me just show you who has that bigger bag. Hold on 1 second. Let me show you who has that bigger bag. All right, here we go. The plot thickens. We're waiting. Who has that bigger bag, guys? Drum roll, please. There you go. That's who has that bigger bag. Those guys right there. Let me bring this down so you can see it. Those guys right there. That's who has that bigger bag. See if I can blow that up a little bit. There you go. That's who has that bigger bag, guys. Look at those fish. You went out there thinking that you had really put in some work and you had the best bag. But no, your 19 and a half pounds got you second place. Second place. All right, but hey, second place is still good, right? But second place pays $1,000. Second place pays $1,000. First place paid $3,000, guys. That would have been a nice dollar sign. That would have been some nice dollar signs, some nice pocket change. But you find out that these guys, look at that. Look at those fish. Man, they must have really been out there putting in work. But guess what? Let's slide up just a little bit. Fishing tournament cheaters busted on Lake Guntersville. That's where I'm fishing at. Lake Guntersville. Is that who beat me? How could it happen? How could this happen, guys? So there we go. Your bubble is just busted. Bubble is just busted, man. $3,000 dropped down to 1, but those were the guys that you were fishing against and did not even know it. Now let's see. Who are these guys? Let's do a little research. Let me pull this back up real quick. Let's just do a little research. Fishing tournament cheaters busted on Lake Guntersville. All right, let me just look into the comments real quick. I see Stephen Walden. Stephen, hold on, let me pull this up real quick. Come on, Stephen, catch up, man, catch up. Stephen says he does not understand he misses the context. But I hope you guys have been following me. All we have done so far is we have fished the tournament. We're thinking we have the win. We're going back to the weigh-in. But we find out that we do not have the winning weight. We had 19 and a half pounds, and maybe that's the best bag you have ever caught. You have had your best day. You're feeling great. But, man, it would have been so much better if you had went ahead and got that win on that lake. Let's see what Darren Pearson has to say. This time of year on Lake Guntersville is really tough, so 19 pounds would put you in the money. There we go. That's right. Yeah, it'll put you in the money, but you want to get that win. You want that extra $2,000 on top of that. Let's see. Deshaun Peck says yes, depending on the time of year. Exactly. See, these guys know what they're talking about. Deshaun Peck, he's out there in the land of big fish. So, catching a 5-pounder to him is like, oh, that's easy work. That's easy work, Money Bass. I can handle that. Darren Pearson, he knows about it too. He's out there catching some hogs on Lake Guntersville with those jigs. All right, so Stacy, she's like, oh, man, that's kind of funny. You're sitting there, did all that work, and you thought you had won, but then you get the little sad face going on. All right. Then we have Shimano Shane says, and they weighed in at the very last minute of the story of my life. There you go. Exactly. So you've been sitting there watching everybody else weigh in, and these guys weigh in last. And you're thinking all that time, wiping away that sweat, thinking that you have won. But no. That is not the story. So let's see. This is what we were looking at. Let's see who these guys are. I know you guys may not be able to read this, possibly. So I will just read this for you. All right. So this says, well, another cheating story around bass fishing has reared its ugly head. So notice this is around bass fishing, guys. It does not say walleye fishing. So there's cheating going around in fishing. So, and what are we going to do about that? That is one of the things that I have always asked you guys on these live streams. I mean, how or do you feel about knowing that you are out there in the midst of guys that may do something like this and you don't even know it? All right. So it says this time on one of the famed bass fisheries in America. Unfortunately, it says Gary Minor Jr. of Albertville, Alabama, and Robert Gillaspie of Boaz, Alabama, were arrested and charged with tampering with sport contests after authorities received a tip that the duo had been holding bass in a pen at a dock and using previously captured fish to dupe competitors in local evening jackpot bass fishing tournaments on Lake Guntersville, Alabama. So these guys were catching fish ahead of time and holding them in a big barrel on docks. Oh, terrible thing, guys. What do you guys think about that? Terrible. So you sit there and done all of that work. You've traveled out of town, slept in your car, maybe. I mean, all the expenses and everything that goes along with it. And then you find this out. Man, what are we going to do about this, guys? All right. So it says that they had basically set up a sting operation. They kind of knew about it. They had been following these guys. The police were following these guys. And on top of that, these were night tournaments. So they're thinking that they're pretty hidden and they can't see, no one can see what's going on. But those police, some of those police have night vision. Did they have night vision? Well, they had something. They had something because they were able to see what these guys were doing. They were out there swapping out the fish that they had caught and putting them in the barrel and taking out those bigger fish, guys. Whenever they needed to up their weight a little bit, they'd swap those fish out. What do you think about that? Put those fish in from that barrel into that live well, go back to that weigh-in, and hey, they're the kings, they're the champs. I mean, but think about this. It was just a little local small tournament. The winnings were only a couple of $100, not even that much money, guys. So maybe that's kind of a good thing that they didn't get away with some of the other ones. What did those other guys get away with? $300,000, $45,000, things like that. So now these guys, they risked all of this and their reputation for a few $100s. So they were after the name recognition and just, that pat on the back for everybody looking at them and saying, hey, you guys are some great fishermen. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? No, it is definitely not worth it, guys. So that is the story that these guys were going through. Now, let me go ahead and pull this up real quick and just let you see what were their charges. What happened, guys? What were they charged with? So bond was set at $6,000 each. $6,000 each. And they were found guilty. So they were found guilty, guys. And let me just find in here real quick where we talk about some charges, because I know that is the interesting part of this. What do you guys want to know about these charges? All right, so this is another tab on here. It says, here we go. Check this out. Check this out. Let me go ahead and give them a little police sirens on this. So Gary Minor Jr. of Albertville, Alabama, and Robert Gillaspie were charged with tampering with a sport contest. They were sentenced on Monday to a 1-year suspended jail sentence. 1 year suspended jail sentence. What does that mean? Let's see. If they serve 30 days. So basically, if they serve 30 days of their 1 year sentence, and remember, guys, this was not even a big tournament. This was a small, let me pull this back up. All right, so guys, this was a small tournament, not even a big tournament. So it says they were, let me see, a 1-year suspended jail sentence if they serve 30 days. Also complete 400 hours. 400 hours, guys. Sounds like a lot. Doesn't sound like you can just go one day and knock this out, right? Of community service at Lake Guntersville. Kind of ironic, huh? At Lake Guntersville State Park and pay $1,000 each plus court costs. Yes, sir. Now, the winnings in this was nowhere near that. It was just a few $100s because this was just a local night tournament, guys. So if you guys don't know about night tournaments, sometimes they have a nice turnout, but a lot of the ones that I've never fished a night tournament, but the friends of mine that do, the turnouts aren't really that big, and it's just some guys that have that specialized skill that can go out and catch those fish. And as we see, some people have a specialized skill to catch those fish out of a barrel. So there you go, guys. So there we go. Let me just pull that up one more time. Look at those fish. So those are some big ones. But think about all that work you put in when you had those 19.5 pounds, and to find out that these were the guys that you were fishing against. But in this case, if it was this tournament, you got your money because they got caught. They got caught. So there you go. You're 19.5 pounds. I mean, and there you go. It came along with a story along with it. So you're 19.5 pounds and your $3,000. There you go. That's what you would have, guys. So what do you guys think about that? Let me see what you guys are saying down in the chat. So that is Lake Guntersville. And like I said, I want to give a shout out to Joseph over at 50/50 Fishing. That is where I got the idea for tonight's live stream from, because I will be fishing Lake Guntersville, guys. So let me just go ahead and hop back over here in the comments and see where we were at. All right. So who is this? Who is this in here talking about some fishing? All right. We have Chiquita Pearson. She says, wow, they need to make what is that? A cheaters offenders list. There you go. I mean, there's somebody in the chat that's talking about that. Let's see, what was his name? It's Tim Williams. Tim Williams. There he says, here you go. I'm your Huckleberry. I'm putting together putting together a little something. We're gonna make sure these guys don't get away with that. I also want to give another quick shout out to Cove Ultimate Fishing. All right, he is the sponsor of tonight. Really appreciate that super sticker supporting the channel. All right, so let's see, where are we at? Chiquita Pearson. All right, talking about that cheaters offenders list. All right, there we go. Sounds a little deep. All right, so we have Vernon O'Neill says, oh man, I'm tuning in late again. What's going on with that, Vernon? Where you at, man? You missed the whole intro. You missed the story. Did you at least catch the information about the topic for the night? But hey, you can always catch it on the restream. And make sure any of you guys that are coming into the chat, please make sure you hit the like button. And anyone catching this on the replay, please make sure you hit the like button and get active down in the comment section. I do reply to all of my comments. And also, if anyone wants to show a little support for the channel, I do have the membership. So the Money Team membership is set up now. So the join button is right below the video. Just click that join button and you can see a video that kind of gives you some information about joining the Money Team. I want to give a special shout out to just a few members of the Money Team. We have Michael Jenkins. He is on the Money Team. We have Mr. Ray Tripp. Oh, yeah. We have Ray Tripp, one of my mentors. He is a member of the Money Team. And we have Paul Gavinsky. He was the very first member of the Money Team. But yeah, really appreciate the new members that have jumped in and also in the Patreon. So we do have somebody in the Patreon also. All right, so let's see who else we have. We have Academic Mailbox. What is going on? All right, so we have Rick Clun is live on Zaldane's channel at the moment. It's hard to decide which audience to join right now. Great episode as usual. All right, hey, appreciate that. Man, I'm competing with one of the legends. Well, two of the legends in the sport. How about that? And he said it's kind of hard to decide. I mean, hey, there you go. All right, so we also have Stephen. Let's see what you have, Steph. Stephen says, I think forward-facing sonar might start aiding in finding these pins. It could. But the thing is, people actually that live on the lakes will put they will put like, so I've seen some people put little traps down there where they catch bait fish, different things like that. And I've seen some things that are a little bit bigger than that, where maybe they're using that to catch some type of not bait fish, but panfish or something like that. So having something like that out there, and then when you find it, yeah, you kind of have to get out there and check that barrel. But as I mentioned in one of my previous live streams, let me go ahead and pull this out of the way, guys. All right. So as I mentioned in one of my previous live streams, let's say you find that barrel, Stephanie. You're out there fishing. You're on the boat by yourself. You're casting and you find that barrel. You reach down there and you pull it up to check, like, hey, something here doesn't look right. What is inside of here? You reach down inside of it and you find a 5-pounder in there. Oh, man. So just as you find that 5-pounder, guess what happens?
Yes, sir.
Somebody else fishing the tournament comes right around the corner and sees you reaching into that 5-pound barrel. And you're like, hey, hold on just a minute. Hold on, I just found it. And they're like, sure you did. But that was something I mentioned in one of the other ones, because there was somebody that did actually happen to. They found the cage, but they said they pulled their bait had actually got stuck on a cage that had fish in it. Once they saw what it was and they got their bait off, they said they just got out of there because they did not want any parts of that. They didn't want to find out that maybe DNR is watching in the woods. You just don't know what's going on. And then if they come down there and say, hey, we saw you tampering with that basket, do you get the blame? How do you work your way out of something like that? So but that is a thing. Maybe they can use something like that to locate those barrels or anything that looks a little fishy down there in the lake that shouldn't be there. All right. Yes, and let's see, we have Burning Neil. Okay, he says, I'm at work. I have to get in when I can. There we go. All right. I understand. All right. I appreciate you coming back and supporting the channel. All right. And let me see. I forgot to drop this link. I wonder if we have somebody that was going to hop on the live stream tonight. But yeah, let me just drop this link in here. We will go for a few more minutes just in case somebody did want to come up, kind of talk about any of your experiences with anything like this. And also, if anybody has any questions or anything they want to talk about as far as their electronics, we can just kind of open it up and just have like a general discussion. Anybody have any other comments or anything, I'll pull those up. But the link is in the chat, guys. So if somebody does want to come up, give a shout out for your channel, any of that good stuff, just click that link and make sure that your camera is on and that your lighting is good. And I'll pull you into the live stream and we can chit chat for a quick second. But basically, guys, let me just make sure that I went through everything that I wanted to talk about on here. So this weekend, I will be at Lake Guntersville, land of the big fish, fall fishing. This time of year, let's go back up here real quick because somebody said it. There we go. Darren Pearson, he says this time of year on Lake Guntersville, it is really tough. So 19 pounds would really put you in the money. That is correct. So I do not expect to catch 18 pounds. It would be nice to catch 18 pounds, but the chances of that happening, especially right now, that is going to be a tough one. So I'm going to go out there and just do the best I can and shoot for those 5 fish. Once I get out there and, kind of scout around a little bit and see what's biting and what's not, I kind of, I may have to come back and rethink that a little bit, but we will see. So it'll be a good time, guys. So like I said, this is the final tournament of the Rob Bender's Bass Club season as far as the season tournaments go. Right after this, we will have our classic, which will take place on Lake Hartwell. So there we go. So we'll finish this out on Lake Guntersville, land of the big fish, 2-day tournament. All right, let's see what Stephen has to say. So Stephen says, wow, I would call DNR on the spot. And then they can come out and set up trail cameras to observe. There you go. I mean, but if you're pulling it up and somebody comes around the corner, you're like, oh, hey, I was about to call DNR right now. That's what I was just about to do. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, you definitely want to report something like that as soon as you find it. And I would definitely take take pictures and things like that so you could document what was going on. And also the other thing for me, guys, when I hear about things like this, I would have it on film, because all of my catches, pretty much all of my catches that I make during tournaments and pre-fishing, they're on film. They're on camera anyways, because I'm out there getting footage for you guys. So all of my catches will be on film. So that is another good thing about, recording everything. And who knows, it may come down to that, to where that is something that these tournaments are going to need some type of verification and footage. All right. So Tim says, good luck. All right. Appreciate that. Yes, appreciate that very much. I will be out there on Lake Guntersville, guys. All right. And let's see. Academic Mailbox says, what about an opens level winner getting to fish one, elite level event in the same season as a part of the prize, just a regular elite event, as opposed to the classic where they're unnoticed? Whoa. So I guess you're saying, what about when someone cheats on one of those higher level tournaments? What about an open levels winner? Yeah. So, I mean, the stakes can become a lot higher once you start getting into these higher level events. But we'll have to see how things work out, because we're still waiting on a verdict on these walleye cheaters and see what's going on with that. So who knows? We will see. We'll have to see on that. All right. So we also have Darren Pearson. He says, once the guys get caught, they should have to register as cheating, fishing, walleye, crappie. It doesn't matter. List. Right. There we go. So yeah, I think there should be some type of registry so we can keep track of everything. All right. Let's see. Let me just go back through here real quick, guys. I think I have pretty much gone through everybody in the chat. We have been going for about 45 minutes or so. So generally we'll go for about 45 minutes to an hour. So I think we've gone over a good little bit. And as always, I really appreciate everybody getting active in the comment section. Please make sure you did hit the like button on the way in. And let's see. All right, there we go. All right, guys. So yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and kind of wind down on this one, but I will be maybe we'll be back again tomorrow for another live stream. If you guys have some topics or anything that you're interested in, please make sure you hit me up in the comments or on my Instagram. So my Instagram is scrolling down at the bottom as official Money Bass. So if you have any hot topics or find out any news about anything, don't hesitate to shoot me a quick message, and then I can put some things together and hop on here and we can talk about it. All right, sound good, guys? All right, so let's see. We have a few more people hopping in here. Let's see. So we have Academic Mailbox says, not cheating related, but more like the underdog opens level competitor getting one shot at big time. Yeah, so I think as far as some of these smaller trails, smaller tournaments, they have ways that you can step up and begin to fish some of those higher level tournaments. Right now, as far as the BFLs, I'm kind of have my eye on fishing BFLs, and maybe you can step up a little bit from there. But right now, that's kind of where I'm at. I'll probably stick to doing some BFL tournaments, and keep bringing some footage on here for you guys. So I'll fish a few local lakes and share some information. And how about that? Just see if we can all continue to get better with our electronics and our wins, losses, and successes out there on the lake. So that's what I'll kind of be concentrating on. We have Joy TR21. All right, let's see. He says, hey, buddy, just saying hello. Russell is chewing a little. Buzz bait and jig. Whoa. I don't think I have ever caught a fish on a buzz bait on Lake Russell, but I've tried. That's something I wanted to do. He says, I'll see Friday and Saturday. Good luck next time on the water. All right. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. All right. So, yeah. And actually, I do have some Lake Russell footage. So that's what I will put out next. Because as you guys know, if you watched my last live stream, I was actually in an article for GON.com. Yes, your partner kind of stepped it up a little bit. I was in GON and I was on Lake Russell. So the article was basically with me and the author, just going around hitting a few different spots on Lake Russell. He pretty much point out a spot. I'd head to it, check things out, tell him what lure I was about to use, see if I could catch a few fish. And I did catch a few. So I had a great time out there, and that was on Lake Russell. So I'll drop that video for you guys since I have that footage for anyone that is looking to fish Lake Russell this coming weekend or October, November, because that's pretty much what this fishing report is about that I was involved in. All right, guys. I have really enjoyed this live stream. Had a little bit of fun. Had a few people pop back in that I have not seen for a while. Always a good time. So as you guys exit the live stream, please make sure you hit the like button. And for anybody catching on the replay, please make sure you do the same. And also, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button, guys. We're almost at 5,000. We're trying to hit that 5,000 mark. So make sure if you are watching this video, you hit the subscribe button so we can hit that 5,000 mark. Hopefully we will be there by the end of the month. Can we make it by the end of the month? 5,000 guys. All right. That's what we're shooting for. All right, guys. Really appreciate you supporting the channel, and I will see you on the next video.